All right. You know what time it is. Live is working tonight, and we are going to be ready to rock. And I am here to tell you that it's going to all be okay. All right? And so, got a lot of things that I want to talk about. Oh, look at this. My wife was the first person to pop on. Emerson, you came in second place. So it's good to see you guys on board. Hello, Carrie. I love seeing the interactions. That's great. I love seeing people commenting. I love seeing people react to the things that we've got going on here. So I didn't get a chance to talk with you yesterday, and so I've got a lot of things I want to cover. Everything from yesterday plus things from today. We're going to go as long as it takes to get the job done. And I want to make sure that I give you incredible value for taking the time out of your day to spend with me. And I'm just thankful that you would choose to take the time to watch these videos and be a part of my life. So thank you for that. I do ask that not only, like I said, I love seeing the interaction and the comments and all that, but if you would, please share the video as well. That's great, just to help get this positive message out to people. Because, again, it's all going to be okay. And I can guarantee that. I promise you that. So, good to see a bunch of you jumping in on this tonight. So, what do I want to start with? I got a bunch of notes. So, yes, I'm going to be looking at my cheat sheet. So, first of all, I want to talk about my workout today. Oh, and I see Amy is on. So, she's a fellow Fitness Mill family, and love seeing Amy at TRX class and the lift and hit classes as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is my workout today. It was great. Not only did I get out for my run this morning, and I checked in with you earlier today, but then afterwards, I was able to work out here with the weights. Autumn and I, my 17-year-old daughter, and she is a hockey player, so she's training to be at her best shape. But when we were working out, we're actually doing deadlifts, and I don't know if there's any song better. Is there any song better than You Can Do It by Ice Cube when you're doing deadlifts? I don't think so. I mean, listen, it just came on. It was like my random playlist knew that's the song I needed to hear at that very moment. You can do it. Put your back into it. And that was just awesome. Absolutely love getting that song and pump going with our workout. You know, that's like yesterday when we were working out, we were doing, I had a whole lift and hit and TRX stations set up in my house. And so as we're going through, rotating through, and then I was in the jump squat station. And as I'm going through the jump squats, don't you know what comes on? Yeah. Jump by Van Halen. I mean, it just couldn't get any better. Those are those moments when you're working out and you're like, yes, that's exactly what I needed. So had to share that about our workouts. The other thing I want to share with you is shopping local. I know I say this, I've said it before, and wherever you are, shopping local pumps money into your local economy, and I just think that that's a huge thing to do. One of the places that we love to go shopping local for our groceries is Chenatries. It's a family-owned grocery store. It's been around forever, and absolutely love going to Chenatries. And one of the things that we do love about that as well is not only are we supporting a local grocery store chain, it's not even a chain, it's just one store, but that they have a lot of awesome local products. So like we pick up our Utica Coffee pistachio K-Cups there. We'll get our Utica Coffee whole bean there as well. We'll get our Karam's hummus. We get Karam's pita. And Karam's is a local Mediterranean restaurant, but they carry those products there at Chenatries. And also Chenatries, I'm telling you, this is one of the best burgers that you can get, is they've got their Utica burger. It's a half-pound thick burger, and it's got some blend of meat in there. I know there's brisket in there, and it is just absolutely phenomenal. We love it. So we picked up that and had that last night. I was excited to be able to cook on the grill. Yeah, there was 5 inches of snow out on the deck. That's okay. We fired up the grill and I cooked. And then, the next morning, guess who left the grill on all night? This guy. So, I definitely goofed on that. It was still going in the morning, like 12 hours later after we had cooked. Irene called me out on that, and I took the blame. So I goofed. But we can refill the propane. That's okay. As I say, it's all going to be okay. And then what else do I want to share with you? Oh, great news. So today I weighed myself, and I weigh myself in the morning. And today I rang in at 202.2. And that is 10 pounds that I've lost. 10 pounds in the past 47 days. And listen, I work out on a regular basis. I'm always putting in the work at the gym, and now putting the work in at home. We'll get the job done wherever we have to do. But I'm down 10 pounds, and one of the things that I can attribute that to this most recent stretch of success is by keeping track of my macros. I'm keeping track of what I'm putting in here. And so I'm keeping track not only of total calorie count for the day, which is key, but also making sure that I'm getting the right balance of protein, carbs, and fat. And so what's a real big difference for me this time around with this course of exercise and what I'm doing is that I've really upped the protein count. And that's something, if you're looking to make some change in your life and you're looking to lose some weight, download the MyFitnessPal app. It's by Under Armour, and it really is easy to use for the most part, but there are some subtle things you need to kind of learn how to do, and it took me a little time to figure it out. But once we got it all figured out, it's been really smooth sailing. I will offer this because I offer this to people that are interested. Is I'd be happy to take the time and explain to you how to download the app, what to do, how to get things set up, and help get you on track to getting the body shape, strength, weight, and what you're looking to accomplish, and kind of empower you to take control of that. So that's the MyFitnessPal app. It's been super. What else I want to let you know about? Is it's all going to be okay. And I'm saying that every night. I'll keep saying it. And so I got a sense from people as well that I'm kind of taking things lightly. And I want you to know that that's just not the case. I am taking circumstances and things that are going on in the world around us, I'm taking it very seriously. That doesn't mean that I don't think that the media is blowing out of proportion. That doesn't mean that I don't think the government is blowing it out of proportion. But I do take things seriously with what's going on. And so I want you, as I am, is first of all, to be concerned and aware of what's going on. Secondly, though, is be prepared. Because when you're prepared, then you've got the confidence to go through life day to day, and instead of being in a state of fear. So that's the thing. Be concerned, but be prepared and have that confidence. And that's really one of the things I want to share about that. But I am taking it seriously. And I'm taking it seriously at my office. We've made sure that we're doing everything possible to create a safe environment for the people we care for. When you come to the office, every time you come in, after every single adjustment, someone on the staff goes through, whether it's me or Irene or Allison, goes through, cleans the chiropractic adjustment table, the tops, the sides, the handlebars, all the dials and knobs, all the touch points, wipes down the computer screens that people check in on, wipes down the computer screen at the front desk, goes and wipes down the doorknob going in and out of the office. Every adjustment goes through that whole sequence. So in addition to that, I wash my hands after every adjustment. And when I go from room to room, I'm always doing that. So we're taking every precaution to make sure that we're doing our job to mitigate the risk of spread of any sort of infectious organisms that are going around right now that have so many people concerned. And so we value that, and we are taking it seriously. So don't second guess that I'm being taking this lightly. I want to tell you about a story. So two stories, in fact, that got from patients in the office. One of the patients, she told me how she was going to her medical doctor, and then she needed her medication refilled that she's been on for years. She's been coming to me for, I think 15 years now. So she's needed this medication. She's taking it on a regular basis for years. Goes to her medical doctor, and the doctor says to her, "You don't need that medication anymore. I'm going to put you on this other one that costs more money." And she says, "Why would I want to take that? I on this one drug that's working for me and I can afford it. And the doctor says, no, I'm not writing you a prescription for that. So now she doesn't want to go and try something she's very concerned about her health and doesn't want to go mess around with some new drugs that she just doesn't know. And everything's working great. It's not like her labs or anything are off. Everything's great. She feels great. No problem. So what she does is she goes and calls around finding another doctor that's accepting new patients. Finds that doctor, gets the appointment scheduled. She's ready to go in for that new doctor's appointment. The old doctor forwards her records to the new doctor. And then that new doctor calls her the week of her appointment where they told her that, yeah, we prescribed that medication. Everything looks fine. We're going to be able to do that for you. She gets ready to go in for her exam and first appointment. Doctor's office calls her and says, yeah, sorry, we're not accepting new patients because of the issue that's going on with coronavirus. So now she doesn't have her meds, can't get into that doctor, her new doctor, calls her old doctor. That doctor says, I've already transferred all your records over. You can't come back here. So now she's in this legal quandary of patient abandonment, that she's got these two medical doctors that neither of them will see her. She needs her medication. Where's she going to go? So there's a lot of people, and I'm sure she's not the only one. There's a lot of people that are in this position where they've got a medical doctor and then they are having trouble finding care or being able to get in because of the situation at hand with the virus. The other story is I have this other patient. He comes in and he's telling us about his best friend who went down to New York City to pick up his mother, who's 90 years old. Drives down to New York, literally goes in front of the building. The mom's waiting. She's 90. She gets in. He doesn't even get out of the car. Drives back up here, central New York. After a few days, he starts coughing, fever. Yeah, he goes in, gets checked. He's got coronavirus. He never got out of the car when he drove down to New York City and back. When he didn't get out of the car when he was down in New York. His mom, 90 years old, whole way, she got tested as well because now they're concerned that she brought it. She doesn't have it. So, here's the thing: is I know I've talked about this before. Your immune system it will fight things off, and it's not necessarily an age thing. It's not like, oh gosh, once you hit 60, you're gonna get it if you're exposed to it. So, it's not necessarily great that this guy has it, but his friend, my patient, said that he's just fighting it and he's doing okay. And thankfully, his 90-year-old mom, who he brought up, doesn't have it. But she came up to stay with him, and now she has to go and live with somebody else because he's quarantined in his house. But I'm confident it's all going to be okay. Got to tell you this story. So there's a lot of focus on the germs. The viruses and whatnot. And so there's two ways of looking at your health and an approach to health. One is pathogenesis, and that is looking at the pathogens, those germs, the bacteria, the viruses, whatever, and it focuses on how it gets into the body, where it goes, how it replicates, divides, and then how it comes back out to go and attack other people, right? So there's a need for that. There's a need to study that pathogenesis. There's no question about that. But that's the germ theory of disease. And if that was correct, then that means back in the day when, let's say, the Black Plague was going around, that everybody would be dead. If the germ made you sick and everybody that got it died, then we would all be gone. We wouldn't be here as a species. But we've fought it off as a species and worldwide in different diseases, and that's where I want you to know that the flip side to that is salutogenesis. And salutogenesis is a new word for a lot of people. Salutogenesis, salutogenesis. And so salutogenesis looks at the health of the individual, the health of that living organism, the health of that living being, and takes into account the stresses that you're exposed to, physical, chemical, emotional, and also how your body is able to cope with those stresses, how your body adapts to that. And so if you can look at the positive side of things and building up your body's health, that salutogenic model. And I really invite people, if this is a new word for you, look it up. Go look up salutogenesis, look up salutogenic, and help educate yourself, and so that way you can be empowered and you can empower your families and the people that you love and care about. I want to tell you a little story. This story comes from one of the great chiropractors of all time, Dr. Fred Barge. God rest his soul. He used to tell this story, and I'm going to make it really short, and I'm not going to be as eloquent as he was. He was a great orator, and you can probably even find this if you look it up online. I believe it's on YouTube. If you look up Fred Barge, Rats in the Dump. And so what I want to tell you about with Rats in the Dump is this. If you go to the local dump, and there's a lot of crap there, right? It's all the unwanted things, all the chemicals, all the rotten food, all the waste that we don't want. If you find the dump, I'm pretty sure you're going to find rats in the dump. Now, when you take a look at the rats in the dump, what you got to ask yourself is, why are they there? Why are the rats at the dump? Why are they not at someone's house? So the rats end up in the dump because that's where it's easy access, where they can easily attack, where they can easily get what they want. So when you go look at the rats in the dump, if you were to clean up that dump, would the rats still be there? That's what you've got to ask. And you could have a defense system to shoot the rats as they come, to trap the rats as they come, but guess what? The rats are still going to keep being attracted to the dump until you do what? Clean up the dump. And if you clean up the dump, what are the rats going to do? They're going to go somewhere else. They're going to find the next dump that's here or there. They're going to find the nearest dump, and then that's where they're going to go. So what's the moral of the story here? What's this talking about? Well, the dump, that's the human body. It's how well you take care of it. Is it a total mess, or have you cleaned it up? And if you're taking care of it, and those rats, microorganisms, germs, bacteria, viruses, if they're not going to be able to take host and be around your body, they're going to go here or there, right? And so that's then up to those other people, those other communities, those other areas to not have a dump there. It's on them, right? And so you take care of you, and then you help empower others to help take care of them as well. So I'm not saying not to care about other people, but I'm saying is to take care of you so then you can help others, and again, help them get cleaned up, help them get in better health, and then they also too cannot allow those rats within them. So check it out, Rats in the Dump, Dr. Fred Barge. It's on, I'm sure it's on YouTube. He's just an awesome orator, and like I said, one of the best chiropractors in history. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, well, this is a great segue into talking about the immune system, because people have been asking me, what can I do to help with the immune system? In fact, that's a big topic now. You see it in the news. It's coming on TV. I'm talking about it, all right? And taking care of the immune system and doing things that you can do to optimize it. I mean, you can only have 100% function. You can't have 125. I mean, it's whatever you're capable of, whatever that max is, that's the best you can get to, right? But how can you get to that highest level of immune system function? There's a few different ways. First of all, avoid toxins. Whether they're chemicals that you're putting in your body, I mean, common things, right? I mean, too much nicotine, too much alcohol, too much caffeine, right? Or any of it, just, you want to minimize those toxins. Sugar can be toxic. In fact, that's probably one of the biggest toxic things that people just have too much sugar in their body. And then that sugar is going to allow microorganisms to flourish. And I'm not talking just about chemicals either. I want you to know that it's right here. So some of the worst toxins that you can be exposed to are right here in your head. Mental, emotional toxins, whether it's the environment that you're in or the self-talk in your head. So you've got to have that positivity within yourself to strengthen yourself no matter the environment that you're in. But you've got to take care of this, and you got to minimize your toxins. And then the other thing that I would say probably the number one deficiency nutritionally that I see with people is water. You've got to be hydrated. That's one of the biggest things I see that's a problem is dehydration. I tell people, I've probably already said it in a previous video, but that's the first thing. Doc, what should I supplement with? What's your water intake? That's really the first thing. If you're not getting the water, then we're not talking about anything else. Start drinking plenty of water. A rough estimate is to say drink a gallon a day. Everybody's a little bit different, but if you can get that much water in, you're going to be in a good spot. Secondly, and I guess to talk about just the reason why, is one, obviously keeping yourself hydrated. Your mucous membranes are going to have enough fluid to help, and guess what? Those mucous membranes are what help part of your immune system defense, all right? Around the eyes, your nose, your mouth, and if you're dry and things dry out, now things are going to be cracked on a cellular level, on a tissue level, and that's going to allow those microorganisms to get inside of you. So you want to stay hydrated. That's number one. Good for the mucus, good for your lymph system. And again, that your lymphatic system is part of your immune system and cleaning out your body. And then vitamins. So when you start talking about vitamins, what you should be getting are the first 5 letters of the alphabet. Vitamin A, vitamin B9 specifically, folate, vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E. Now, vitamin D is made naturally by your body, but you got to get outside in the sun. And if you're in the house and we're not getting outside, and it's shorter days right now, although the days are getting longer, you want to get outside. Get as much sunlight as you can. Natural light. Let your body make vitamin D. Supplement only if you need to. But same thing with minerals. You want to make sure that you're getting iron. I talked about that before because that keeps your red blood cells healthy and allows for the proper transport of oxygen through your body. Oxygenated cells are healthy cells. You want to make sure you're getting selenium, and you want to make sure you're getting zinc. So those are the 3 minerals that you want to target. You've got to measure those things. You've got to keep track of what you're putting in your body. I really recommend going with whole food sources. I'm not big on going down the supplement route. Not that I'm opposed to it, but there's certainly your body is better off with whole foods. When you take a whole food and you start to chew it, when you do that, that first step of digestion is now those molecules are getting tagged by your saliva. And as it goes into your body, into your digestive tract, your body recognizes that as something that it should be taking in. And that helps and aids with the digestive enzymes. And so that helps to unlock and allow your body to absorb into your body from the digestive tract all those vitamins and minerals. So whole food sources, you want to look for that. What else? And supplement only when necessary. Whole foods is the way to go. Exercise. Exercise, clearly, the studies that are out there shows that when you exercise, you have a healthier immune system. You should be able to get at least 20 minutes a day. I mean, you don't have to go and run a marathon. Get outside and walk. Walk a mile. That's about 20 minutes. If you do that at least, you're going to be in a whole lot better place. If you want to put more effort into it, then do more. If you don't know what to do, if you're like, I'm not going outside, what can I do inside? Message me. I'll be happy to give you some suggestions. I'm here to help. Here's one. Dr. Ruth. Boy, she was fun back in, the 80s? So this is the thing. Sex. Sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure is related to better immune system function. Look it up. The research is there. It increases the circulating immune cells. And it kind of makes sense, from an evolutionary standpoint, because if you're doing that and 2 people come together to engage in that, well, if your body builds up those defense mechanism in your body because you're now in close proximity to another person, it makes sense that would happen. But they have done the tests and found that that sexual pleasure, that gratification, it actually increases your immune system. And it's not just 2 people, it's also solo. In fact, you find the studies actually include solo tests. So, okay, that's what that's worth. And none of my kids can do that, by the way. My kids are not allowed to have sex. They will be celibate their entire life. I don't really want that. I do want grandkids at some point, but I don't want to think about any of that right now. No. Okay. What else? Sleep. Well, that actually kind of leads to itself, right? Sex and then sleep. Those kind of go one, two, right? One then the other. But getting good sleep. Get some good sleep. When you sleep at night, I was talking about your lymphatic system. When you go horizontal, your lymphatic system really has to fight against gravity. So now once you are prone or supine or sideline, that your lymphatic system is able to process through much easier. So that's a key thing to get good quality sleep. Be horizontal. It's good for your lymph system, which is part of your immune system. What else? Get adjusted. I probably said that a bunch of times already on videos. Get chiropractic care. Get adjustments. The science is there. It shows that chiropractic adjustments cause your immune system to work the way in a better state because of the influence through your nervous system. So you get adjusted. It affects your nervous system, which then in turn controls and causes your immune system to function better. Circulating immune cells increase, and just take a look at the studies. They're out there. I'll let you do the research. Which leads me to what I talked about the other night, which is being grateful. And this is what I'm grateful for today. I am grateful for all the great chiropractors that I know and consider friends locally, nationally, internationally. And I'm thankful to have gotten chiropractic care since I was 14 years old. My chiropractors, when I started going at that age, was Bill and Mary Yoder. And I'm thankful for what they gave to me to have a life at that point, to have chiropractic care for me, my family. They took care of our oldest daughter from when she was a baby. And so, and then of course me going to chiropractic college, I've taken care of the kids since. But I'm thankful for the chiropractors that I get to get taken care by. Dr. Pete Lombardi in Oneida, New York. He's been my chiropractor for the past 20 plus years. Once I opened up shop, I went around meeting different chiropractors, and I would just go door to door and say, "Hi, I'm Dr. Sheridan Mish. Nice to meet you." Right? And a lot of people didn't like to see me in town. They were not too happy with the new chiropractor. But Pete, he's a different breed. I think we're cut from a similar cloth, because he was like, "Sheridan, great to meet you. I'm glad that you're here. We need more good chiropractors in the area. And why don't you come out to lunch with me?" And so with him and Dr. Tom Culleton. So I ended up going out to lunch with those guys, and it became a regular thing. We would take care of each other every week, go to lunch, adjust each other. Tom went to Texas, but Pete and I still see each other every week and get each other adjusted. So I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for that if Pete's on vacation, not around, or I need extra adjustments, that there's some great chiropractors in Utica. It's worked out because my office in Utica was actually in Dr. Del Medico's office, that Tim Del Medico would adjust me, John Jaros would adjust me. I'm Dr. Nick, Dr. Drew, that are there as well. And I'm just thankful that I've been able to get chiropractic care for the past 30 years of my life. It's helped me be healthy. And really been able to do all the things that I want to do in life, physically as well as mentally. So I'm thankful for that. That said, if you need a chiropractor, if you are local, I'd love to be your chiropractor. If you're local and you're like, "You're Sheridan, I'm not comfortable coming to see you. I love you, I like you, but I'm not going to have you adjust me," that's okay. Let me know. I'll gladly point you in the direction of another local chiropractor that I know, love, and trust. Because you wouldn't be the only person that has done that or said that. I mean, it happens, and I totally get it. If you're someone that lives out of the area, if you're out of state, out of country, wherever, I've got friends, chiropractors, literally all over the U.S., all over the world. I will be more than happy to point you in the direction and refer you to, again, a chiropractor that I know, love, and trust, that will be able to take great care of you as well. I want you to be able to experience what I've been able to experience for the past 30 years of my life, and I know the difference that it makes. I'm thankful that you took the time to watch this video. Gosh, I don't even know how long we've been going for. I need like a little timer on here to kind of give me a countdown. But again, I love and appreciate you. Thank you so much for the interactions. And I will be back tomorrow to tell you it's all going to be okay. Thank you so much.